Okay, we're back with the second part of the video. As I was saying, I was having sealing problems where water and coffee grounds were coming out right about here. The reason for this, I believe, is because this gasket is round and it has to produce a seal between the gasket and the edge of this portafilter basket, which is also round. So you can see when you have the two together here, you're not getting much of a seal. Now the Pavoni gasket, as you can see the channel here where it goes, the Pavoni gasket is squared off on the, I believe, on the top and the bottom. It's on order, should be here pretty soon. But it sits into this groove and provides a flat surface where this the lip of this portafilter basket can meet. So when you have a round surface or a radius surface here going up into a flat gasket, you're going to produce a much better seal. So that was the main reason I took everything apart, in addition to cleaning. Let's see what else. Well, you can see here, as far as the piston goes, it has two gaskets. The gaskets kind of flare out. On this one here, you can see the flare on the top one points up, and the flared out part on the bottom points down. The reason for this is when the piston goes up, you want it to flare out and push against the cylinder walls, and when it comes down, you want the bottom gasket to do the reverse. Of course, this goes in here. When you put it in, you've got to be very careful, because this sharp edge right here, I don't know if you can see it, the focus on this camera is a little bit problematic, but you can see there's a sharp little edge here. So when you put this gasket, or when you put this piston in, you can catch the gasket and ding it up. Orphan Espresso does sell a sleeve similar to like when you put a piston into a motor that will allow you to compress this and slide it in a little bit better. When I put it in, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on it to lubricate the gaskets. You can also buy food grade oil lubrication for it, but I think olive oil will probably be fine. As you can see, I cleaned mine up a little bit, and it's looking pretty good there. Just to kind of give you a little more of a feeling of how things work, when this goes in here, this will seat up inside, and then the dispersion screen, I believe it's called, right here, which I cleaned up, it will go in here, and then the other gasket, which is on order, will go in here and kind of pin it into place. Excuse me. Now, when this piston is inside, I believe you can actually take the stop screws off the top and use it to press out this screen and the gasket for cleaning, although that's not something you should have to do very often. Here, of course, this is the basket that came with mine. I believe this is the double shot basket. I do not have the single shot, but that's okay since I don't really use it. Here's the portafilter handle, and you can see this is a cast piece. There's a stud in here which threads into this handle as well as this. Also, you can see that I have taken the double spout off mine. Here's the double spout from Pavoni, and you can see I cleaned it fairly thoroughly. It is threaded. It does screw on clockwise, just like a normal right-hand thread. I don't know if I can get it one-handed here. I guess not. The threads are a little bit sketchy on this part, but in here they're pretty good. Let me see, like I say, there we go. And this tightens up right about here, such that when you get engagement at the 8 o'clock position, you can see the spouts are pointing in the 3 and the 9 o'clock position to go into two shot glasses. So in my case, because of the problem with the gasket, I was getting final engagement here, which I couldn't figure out what was wrong at first. Anyways, this will come off. You can see just kind of gets a little bit stuck. When I first took it off, I had to use pliers. I was originally going to convert this into a naked or a bottomless portafilter, but I decided I didn't want to ruin the original equipment, so I ordered a brass one from Orphan Espresso, and that'll be here pretty soon. Maybe you'll see that in the next video that I make showing how to do the actual extraction. Anyways, that just sits in there like that. I have used it like this, but you can't really see what's going on, although you do get a single stream, which is nice for pulling into a single shot glass. Just a couple other things here. The clips, you can see these are the bolts that hold the group head onto the main boiler. These are the nuts. They go on the top of the piston rod. This one is the nut that allows you to stop where the piston goes down. So you can see this goes on here. And then this is actually just a jam nut as well as a decorative nut. It allows you to lock that in place. And then where this nut here stops correlates to over here hitting this surface right here, which allows you to control how far down the handle goes. And that's important because the piston, when the piston's in place, it can protrude enough to smash this smash this dispersion screen and dislocate it. So you want to be careful of that adjustment on the machine. The handle does unscrew. This is a little emblem off the machine. I had to pry it off. It's just on this particular model, it's just held on with double-sided tape. I took a screwdriver and pried it off so I could clean back here. It's just a little metal plate with some paint on it, it looks like. Now the tamper that came with this unit, it's in two pieces. I think it's broken. I don't think this is the way La Pavoni makes their tampers. It is a convex tamper. I don't know if you can see there a little bit. I used it when I first got it, and then I have another tamper that I was using that was 2 inches across. I had to actually file it down slightly for it to fit into the portafilter basket, and I've since ordered another tamper. For this machine, because it's the pre-millenium version, it uses a 49 millimeter tamper. Some people say to use a 49.5 millimeter, I believe, for a perfect fit in the portafilter basket. I'm going to try it with a flat 49 millimeter tamper. So that's about it. You can see this is the gasket that goes between the group head. It goes right here in this little groove, and then that produces a seal right here when you bolt the group head up to the boiler. But that's about it. Like I say, I just wanted to make this video in case anyone else is overhauling one of these machines or has an interest in how they work and they don't want to take apart their own machine. I'll be making, once I get this machine back together next week, I'll be practicing a little bit with the shots, and I hope to make another video that shows you how to operate the machine a little bit in more detail, and also some of the pointers as far as getting a good shot versus a bad shot on the La Pavoni. So until then, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section below, and I will do my best to respond to them. Thank you very much.